Imagine the crunch of fresh snow under your boots, the crisp mountain air in your lungs, and the absolute silence of the wilderness. Now, let's add a frozen waterfall to the mix. This is winter in Wild Basin. Well, hello and welcome to the Wild Basin area of Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, this is a section of the park that very few people seem to visit during the winter season, and because of that, it's one of my favorite. Now, if you've been here in the summertime, you're used to driving this dirt road all the way up to the trailhead. But in the winter, they close it here. It's about a mile from the actual trailhead. And so in the winter, we've got an extra mile each way along the road. But at this time of year, the road is nice and quiet and is really quite beautiful. However, we're not going to stop at the end of the road. We're going to continue on up for almost 4 miles into Wild Basin, enjoying the quiet beauty and deep silence of the forest. Well, we've now walked about 1 mile and have reached the Wild Basin trailhead. As you can see, there's a lot of snow up here. Well, it's really warming up out here, but the hike has been just delightful. I've only seen one other person out here. Birds are playing in the trees. I hear a squirrel over there announcing my presence. You know, just being out here is so relaxing and so delightful. But we've only come a little ways, a couple miles. Still have a good ways to go, so onward we go. Welcome to Calypso Cascades here in the Wild Basin area of Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, Calypso Cascades is about 2.8 miles, almost 3 miles up from the winter parking area. In the summer, this is a racing stream cascading down about 150 feet over rocks, sending up mist, and there's a loud roar. It's really a dramatic place, but right now it's pretty quiet. If you listen really carefully, you can hear the water underneath the snow, but it's just this low kind of gurgle happening right now. All right, let's head out. Well, it's been about 10 days since our last snowfall, and so this trail's gotten packed down. But if you're coming and it snowed more recently, then you definitely want to be sure to have snowshoes with you. Otherwise, this would be a miserable hike, and not only that, you'd be making a real mess of the trail for others. So bring appropriate foot gear. Microspikes on days like today when it's well packed down, and snowshoes if it isn't, and if you're unsure, bring both. Great day to be alive. Now, watching me hike along here, you might think that the snow isn't very deep, but actually just off the trail, it's very deep. Let me show you. So it's about thigh deep, and I'm not touching the ground yet, so it could be much deeper than that even. Well, I just walked over there to have a quick look at Ouzel Creek. This bridge crosses the creek, and if you notice, the snow is all the way up to the railings. So we're going to return back to a little spur trail and follow that up to the falls. Now, you can do this in the summertime, but I don't really recommend it because the falls give off a lot of mist, and all the boulders are covered in lichen and are just slick as can be. But today it'll be easy to get up there because most of the boulders are going to be covered in snow, and so we'll walk right above them. The trail should be generally pretty smooth, and above all, we've got microspikes on today, so that should make it a lot easier. So why don't we head on up there and have a look at Ouzel Falls in the winter. Well, we've arrived at Ouzel Falls, about a 3.7 mile hike from the winter parking area. And I don't know how this is going to look on screen, but in person, it's really impressive. Perhaps for you, it looks just like a field of snow, but I can see the blue ice poking through and icicles coming down. And it's really, really pretty impressive. Now, some people come and they look at this and think, wow, I'm going to climb up there and get up onto that waterfall. Well, I would suggest that you don't because I can hear water rushing underneath, and it would be easy to break through, fall underneath, and get stuck under the ice. Not something I would recommend, especially almost 4 miles back from the nearest road. So enjoy it from a distance. This is a great destination if you're looking for a wonderful hike to do in the winter, to get away from the crowds and just enjoy the peace of the forest. If you're looking for other hikes to do in Rocky Mountain National Park, then be sure to check out my hiking guide, called Hiking Rocky Mountain National Park, The Essential Guide. I'll put a link to it in the notes below. And thank you everyone for joining me on this hike today. I hope to see you out on the trail. If not, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. To help you prepare for your visit to Rocky Mountain National Park, visit my website, rockymountainnationalpark.com. For hiking guides, calendars, coffee table books, and more, visit rockytrailpress.com. And when you arrive, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. It's called Images of RMNP.